Hello! Today we will be learning about the difference between prepositions and adverbs. These can be tricky because often they are the same words. For example, the word down could be a preposition or it could be an adverb, and it depends on how you use it in the sentence. So, because they can be tricky, today we're going to look at the difference between them so you can identify them in sentences, or so you can make sure that you're using the one you want when you write sentences. So first, let's look at some definitions. So an adverb tells how, when, or where. It can also tell why. And a preposition shows the relationship between its object and another word in the sentence. So, let's look at some examples of these. Here in the green for adverbs, Bob fell down since he wasn't paying attention. In this sentence, the word down is an adverb. One reason it's an adverb is because it's modifying the word fell here. Another reason it's an adverb is because we can take it out of the sentence and the sentence still makes sense. You could say Bob fell since he wasn't paying attention. Notice the adverb is by itself and doesn't have anything with it, such as a prepositional phrase. Now, let's try the same word as a preposition. So in this sentence, Bob fell down the stairs. We have the word down, but it goes with the stairs, which is the prepositional phrase, where down is our preposition and stairs is the object of the preposition. Notice that prepositions need their prepositional phrase and their object of the preposition. If you took it out of the sentence, it doesn't work. If you just said Bob fell the stairs, that doesn't exactly make sense. So those are reasons that you can tell that the word is a preposition. Let's look at these rules in more detail. So our first rule is, if the word ends the sentence, it must be an adverb. And we're going to do some examples of these in a minute. Let's get through the rules first. 2, a preposition must have a prepositional phrase with it. Rule number 3, when you see two words in a row and are not sure which one is an adverb and which is a preposition, the first one is always the adverb. In rule number 4, one-word adverbs are alone and modify either a verb, adjective, or another adverb. This means that you can usually take them out of the sentence and the sentence still makes sense. There are some cases where it might sound a little weird without the adverb, but it's still going to be grammatically correct. Now let's look at the examples. So, if the word ends the sentence, it must be an adverb. Luke was curious about the creepy sounds, so he slowly walked in. Notice that in here, in green, is an adverb. We know it's an adverb because it ends the sentence. We could say, so he slowly walked, and take it out, which is another way we can tell it's an adverb. We wouldn't know where he walked. Remember, adverbs can tell where, but it would still be grammatically correct. A preposition must have a prepositional phrase with it. In the morning, The students were tired but ready to learn. This is our prepositional phrase here in the morning. We have our preposition here in blue. And our object of the preposition, which makes up the whole prepositional phrase. You can't take out the preposition because the sentence doesn't make sense. So that's a preposition there. Rule number 3, when you see two words in a row and are not sure which one is an adverb and which is a preposition, the first one is always the adverb. Lucy reached her hand down into the mysterious box. So here we have two words next to each other, down and into, that could really fall into the preposition category or the adverb category. But if we follow this rule, we see that the first one is the adverb. You could say, Lucy reached her hand into the mysterious box and take it out of the sentence, and it would still be grammatically correct. We also know it's an adverb because it's modifying where she reached. Into is our preposition. And we have an object of the preposition as well, which is box. Notice if there's two in a row, like rule number 3 says, the first is an adverb and the second is a preposition. Rule number 4. One-word adverbs are alone and modify either a verb, adjective, or adverb. This means you can usually take them out of the sentence and the sentence still makes sense, which is what we have been talking about. But let's look at one more sentence. This is a sentence from the previous slide about Bob. He fell down since he wasn't paying attention. Now you could look at this and say, well, is it a preposition? Because it doesn't end the sentence. Well, it's still going to be an adverb because not only is it modifying fell, but it doesn't have a prepositional phrase. Down doesn't go with since he wasn't paying attention. And we can take it out of the sentence. You could say he fell since he wasn't paying attention. So that's what's going to make it an adverb. So that's all for today. And I hope these rules help you see the difference between adverbs and prepositions. Thank you.